Olympia, I've been like just rattling my brain and trying to figure out why the fuck did the judges place Dexter that way, right? So then I started going through other people's video trying to see who's covering anything to have to do with Dexter, and like usual, these motherfucking journalists, they jump on a bandwagon when somebody is hot. They don't cover you unless they can talk shit about you or unless they can try to bring feed to their channel. That's the only time that I notice these journalists will pretty much talk about someone. And especially when it comes to someone like Dexter Jackson, who placed the worst he ever placed in his career, as far as I can remember. Okay, so I was watching Nick Sprint. Sometimes he hit and miss, sometimes he got good advice. Now, the one thing that he said that had me go back and start looking at the pictures from the Olympia when he was like, oh, Dexter arm was off. And of course, I already know that he had messed up his biceps. So I was like, damn. So I started looking at it. I'm like, damn, it is off a little bit. First thing I do is I hit up Dexter. I'm like, hey, big bro, I know like you corrected the arm and everything, like maybe got to push, because I'm trying to figure out, because I was like, the conditioning, the fullness, the size, everything you had Saturday night, you bring that back to any stage, you're going to sweep clear as day, right? So Dexter was like, little bro, don't let these motherfuckers get in your head. I'm like, nah, ain't nobody get in my head. It's just I didn't never pay attention, because in my eyes, I've been following Dexter since I was in high school. My first competition I did when I was natural, I thought I was him. Always got compared to his physique. All my life, still do. My last competition, people was going to comments like, man, I thought that was Dexter for a minute. I always got compared to him, so that was always, like, I always felt good about that, right? So I always been a fan of Dexter. And the one thing that Dexter brought to my attention was, don't nobody pay attention to who has a bigger or smaller arm. Look at Arnold Schwarzenegger. He had a really small arm. One of his arms was really small. Like you said, Ronnie had one leg smaller, slightly smaller. We all do. So me, I just always seen Dexter as perfect. So I would never like zoom in on it. So when I actually looked at it, I was like, damn, it is off a little bit. But this is what was brought to my, this is the good part about being able to talk to the source. That's why I always tell people, if you don't know the person personally, don't put too much of an input on it like stating a fact. Because I read straight out to my big brother. I'm like, Dex, and then he was like, no, I always had one side was off just a little bit. And the only reason why people is paying attention more to that arm now is because he injured it. Nick was stating what he thought was facts. And clear as day, you can see, you can take that same picture from this year Olympia to any Olympia, and you'll see that Dexter arms has always been exactly the same size that there are right now. And so I was telling him, like, nah, I ain't let nobody get in my head. He said, you did. You let him, like, you hit me with it. I'm like, no, it's because I never paid attention to it. So when I looked at it, I thought that, like, just because of the injury, maybe it was. I didn't notice, because I always seen Dexter as perfect, because I'm like, he has the perfect physique, the perfect structure, the perfect symmetry, the perfect fullness. The conditioning is always on point. So I always try to mimic that. So when I actually looked at it and I brought it to his attention, man, when I tell you, big bro started tearing into my ass and schooling the hell out of me, that's what I love about that man. Because he could have easily been like, you know what, fuck you, Mac. But he took his time and actually schooled me with it. And we went back and pictures from his very first Mr. Olympia. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to try to post some of them at the end of this. His very first. And them freaking arms was always spot on. And then another thing that he brought to my attention, which is a true fact, we had Mr. Olympias that had torn pecs, torn biceps, and all of that. So they don't mark you down for that part. So for Nick to be saying that that's why he got marked down and this and that, that's total bullshit. Dexter got marked down because the motherfucking judges just don't want to see him out there anymore. You know, they kiss his ass when he not on stage. When he get on stage and getting ready for stage, they kissing his ass. Then when he get on stage, well, when he got on this stage, all of a sudden, here comes the bullshit. What they need to realize and understand that he's not going to always be on that stage. So you need to keep on judging this man fairly. You really do. Because in every fucking blogger video, they always say that Dexter is always spot on. But can't nobody pinpoint nothing but just saying the arm or his legs was slightly off, or, you know, just those two slightly off. How? When you still got fullness, when you still have separation, when the glutes and the hamstring tie-in is still there. This is a man that made it to where that Mack Truck don't do cardio, or Mack Truck just does not do abs, because I wanted to mimic everything about him. You know what I'm saying? Because I felt like he was the only one that's in bodybuilding that I can 100% say that this is the physique that I'm going for. From the triceps to the biceps to the forearms to the delts, rears, sides, fronts, quads, hams, glutes. My glutes ain't gonna ever be straighter like that, but I've been working on them. I never worked glutes. I barely did hamstrings. But since I got back from Olympia, I put so much pressure on myself. I've been constantly just killing fucking glutes. I never wanted to work glutes. So I know by me doing that, I'm going to make major improvements on my glute and hamstring tie-ins. Now, another thing was, I was telling Dex, like, dude, there's nobody on the face of this earth can make me switch sides when it comes to him. So what I did, I brought up some old pictures. One of them was when I first had money to be able to go to the Mr. Olympia. I think it was 2013. It was about 5 years ago. Because when I got into bodybuilding, I exhausted all my finances and everything. So I wasn't able to afford to go to the Olympia and everything. So I got to go there. And when I seen Dexter, you know, I was like fucking Stan and Eminem or whatever. Or I was like, I chased him down. Hey, Dexter Jackson. And when he stopped, I was like, man, I just wanted to shake your hand. Then I asked, can I take a picture with him? Because I'm like, you know, you my favorite, my all-time favorite or whatever. So he took the picture with me. I sent Dexter that picture. And then I sent him another one when I was with Love It Kill It before it was 5% nutrition, which was also some years back. And right when I seen Dexter had the blade booth right like diagonal on the aisle where we were, I was trying to find an opening to where I could run over there, you know what I'm saying, to try to start talking to him and get a picture. So what I did is I went over there. I think I was over there for about 20 minutes just shooting shit, cracking jokes. And that's when I was like, I got home, I told my wife, I'm like, damn, Dexter Jackson, he's straight, he cracks jokes like he was talking to me. Dexter was talking to me. So then I got a picture with him. Rich was hot that I was even over there that long. You know what I'm saying? But me, I was willing to risk it all just because I'm like, damn, I got my idol. I'm going to go over there. So I sent him that picture. This fool said, damn, I didn't know we ever took a picture. So I was telling him, like, dude, don't think that I just came out of the blue and almost some, Team Dexter bullshit. Man, when I was in high school, I used to, like, I always had the magazines. I used to get the magazines, and we used to put the different bodybuilders we like on the wall around our weight room. Man, we had Dexter, Arnold, Dorian, Sergio, Lee Priest. We had Lou Ferrigno. We had a lot of the old ones, but the main peoples that we had that was like from like the 90s, the 90s and shit was like Dexter, and I think that was it. I know it wasn't, I don't know if it was Chris Cormier or Flex, but it was one other. But long story short, I used to get the magazines. I probably collected them magazines all the way up to 06. I was following Dexter when he was just being like 215 or 220 on the fucking stage. And I thought, like, damn, I could be like that. My brother used to be like, dude, you too tall. That ain't gonna look right. I'm like, man, I'm 170. I just wanted to get to 195. And I thought I was gonna be a giant. You know what I'm saying? So the reason why I'm telling all y'all this is because I've been following this man for so long, and I never noticed that he had a little imbalance because I always seen him as a fucking Fabergé egg, just perfect in my eyes. And when Nick put that out there, which was like false information, it had nothing to do because he corrected that bicep. What it is that bicep has so much more detail. It's like the detail is phenomenal in it to where people's just trying to find anything to pick him apart with. And they still losing because at the end of the day, he's still going to go down as not one of the greatest, but the greatest bodybuilder of all time to ever do it. And the reason why I say it is because he's been consistent from the beginning. Even on Arnold, when he placed it that high. The only reason why he came down under seconds because of, so they say, the bicep, the tear or whatnot. But even then, he still always came out on top. And the respect that they just displayed and showed him this past weekend was unacceptable. But that motherfucker is he's a soldier. He's trained to go. So he took it on the chin and he's coming back. You know, there's nothing to go back to the drawing board to correct. And the video that's on my Instagram and the video that's on his Instagram from that Saturday, it shows clear as day, non-biased, videos don't lie, that he smoked everybody that was in that lineup with him. He smoked their ass. And nothing against Phil. Phil didn't deserve second either. He would have smoked Phil too, but you know they couldn't make this motherfucker really fifth or sixth or seventh the way that he was looking. You know what I'm saying? He probably ain't gonna see this video because he blocked me so long ago for no apparent reason. When I was the only one that said something positive about his ass. He blocked the Mack truck. So, sound a little bitter now, huh? Anyway, to those of you that fuck with me and fucking with Dex, continue supporting the movement. Support Team 18 Wheelers, Team Blade, support it. We really appreciate you guys. And I just had to put it out there just like that to let y'all know, don't take everything that Nick Strength says to heart because clearly he don't know what the fuck he talking about. He should have researched more with older pictures, previous pictures. You know, just compare the pictures because Dexter biceps has been exactly the same. They be posting the most ugliest pictures they can find where the gigabytes, pixels, and all that shit is off. They find the most raggedest pictures they can put together and post out there to try to, you know, force him out of the game. They trying to play some mental game now, and it's not going to work. So anyway, I've been ranting too long. I'll holler at y'all later. It's the People's Champ giving it to you gun barrel straight. What I mean by gun barrel straight, I mean raw and uncut, no filter, you know. I'm just serving it up to you, and I'll holler at y'all. Let me go on the way where the river's at, yeah. Did it go? Nope, didn't stop. I'm trying to be all creative and stop it with a pencil and shit. Let me see. Nope, nope, nope. Fuck it, use the thumb. Get on it!
Dexter.
When we in the spot, they buying shots. And when they buying shots, we buying bottles. And when they buying bottles, we buy the bar. And